Today we are back on the Benny Hill reactions. It's been a while, I've got to tell you that. And you know what? I'm looking forward to this because this title of this Benny Hill video has got me absolutely wanting to know what this is. Anyway, the Benny Hill video that we're doing today is called Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. So I think it's going to be cowboys and milkmen. That's what it sounds like to me. But we know how this guy runs. You know, you've seen the Benny Hill runs, haven't you? So if this is the first time being here, seen my reactions, then please hit like and subscribe. It supports me, it supports the channel, and don't forget to watch Benny Hill himself and subscribe to his channel. Okay, Ernie, let's go.
You could hear your feet pound as they raced across the ground, and the clatter of the wheels as they spun round and round. And he galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest. His name was Ernie, and he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. Now Ernie loved a widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lily Lane at number 22.
I knew that was coming because I saw the number on the door. Right, this is a song, right? He's talking in a proper Yorkshire accent here.
A lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lily Lane at number 22. They said she was too good for him. She was haughty, proud and chic.
Right.
But Ernie got his cocoa there 3 times every week.
Of course he did.
They called him Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
How is that the fastest milk cart in the West when it's only got one horse on it? I've got a little smile on his face. I know he's not going round for cups of cocoa, really. We know Benny Hill and what he's about.
And he drove the fastest
he likes his women.
in the West. She said she'd like to bathe in milk. He said, all right, sweetheart. And when he'd finished work one night, he loaded up the cart.
Oh,
he
you know.
He wanted pasteurised, because pasteurised is best. She says, Ernie, I'll be happy if it comes up to me chest.
I thought he was going to say comes out your chest, but go on, we'll run with it.
Is best. She says, Ernie, I'll be happy if it comes up to me chest. That tickled old Ernie. And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
Oh my God.
Now Ernie had a rival, an evil-looking man,
right,
called Two-Ton Ted from Teddington, and he drove the baker's van.
Oh.
He tempted her with his treacle tarts and his tasty oatmeal bread, and when she seen the size of his hot meat pies, it very near turned her head.
You just know how suggestive it is. Anybody else but Benny Hill, you wouldn't be making like apple pies and stuff suggestive, but we know what he means. This guy, this baker, is a rival, not because he's selling other goods to her house. He wants the lady. He's stepping on Ernie's patch, trying to get his cups of cocoa, if you know what I'm saying.
Oatmeal bread, and when she seen the size of his hot meat pies, it very near turned her head. She nearly swooned at his macaroon, and he said, now if you treat me right, you'll have hot rolls every morning and crumpets every night.
Oh,
he knew once she sampled his layer cake, he'd have his wicked...
Sorry, but crumpet means something else as well in this country.
And crumpets every night. He knew once she sampled his layer cake, he'd have his wicked way. And all Ernie had to offer was a pint of milk a day. Poor Ernie.
Oh, poor Ernie.
And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West. One lunchtime came
he's got
Ernie's awesome cart outside her door. It drove him mad to find it was still there at 4:30.
Jeez.
And as he leapt down from his van, off blood through his veins did course, and he went across to Ernie's cart and he didn't half kick his horse, whose name was Trigger. And he pulled the fastest milk cart in the West.
Okay.
Now Ernie rushed out into the street, his gold top in his hand.
Right.
He said, if you want to marry Susie, you fight for her like a man.
Gold top, that's full cream milk. You had gold top, silver top, and red top. Semi-skimmed was silver top. The red one was actually skimmed, and the gold top was like the full cream. And then you got sterilised milk, which was in a proper milk bottle, different shape. But you had to get it off with the lid. You had to get it off with like a bottle opener. You know what I mean? I don't know why they did it that way, but they just did. Anyway, he's coming at him with his full cream milk.
This milk cart in the West.
Okay.
Now Ernie rushed out into the street, his gold top in his hand. He said, if you want to marry Susie, you fight for her like a man. Oh, why don't we play cards for her, he sneeringly replied.
Okay.
And just to make it interesting, we'll have a shilling on the side. Now Ernie dragged him from his van, and beneath the blazing sun,
right,
they stood there face to face, and Ted went for his bun.
Shoots out.
But Ernie was too quick, things didn't go the way Ted planned, and a strawberry-flavoured yoghurt sent it spinning from his hand.
What the fuck? Strawberry flavoured yogurt. These guys are having a shootout with yogurts. I mean, they're in the West. I mean, Yorkshire's not in the West. It's sort of like middle to east, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's on that side of this country. And they're throwing like yogurts. Why not?
It planned, and a strawberry-flavoured yoghurt sent it spinning from his hand. Now Sushi ran between them and tried to keep them apart.
Okay.
And Ernie pushed her aside, and a rock cake caught him underneath his heart. And he looked up in pained surprise, and the concrete hardened crust of a stale pork pie caught him in the eye, and Ernie bit the dust. Poor Ernie.
Fuck off. Ernie has not been killed by a rock cake and a pork pie. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. No. The rock cake to the head might have done the damage, but I mean, a pork pie to the eye, it's just, no, it's rhyming, isn't it? I love the way he's incorporating everything that a milkman sells into his side, everything a baker sells into the other guy's side, and the fact that they're using them as tools and as weapons to fight each other in a high noon style shootout is something that I have never ever seen in my life, and something that I'd never thought I'd ever talk about. Ever. These words have never left my lips before in my life.
Looked up in pained surprise, and the concrete hardened crust of a stale pork pie caught him in the eye, and Ernie bit the dust.
He's dead.
Poor Ernie. Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
Not anymore, you didn't.
Ernie was only 52. He didn't want to die. But now he's gone to make deliveries in that milk round in the sky, where the customers are angels and ferocious dogs are banned. And the milkman's life is full of fun in that fairy dairy land.
Oh.
But a woman's needs are manifold. And Sue, she married Ted. But strange things happened on their wedding night as they lay in their
Ghost.
bed. Was that the trees a-rustling, or the hinges of the gate? Or Ernie's ghostly gold tops a-rattling in their crate? They won't forget Ernie. Ernie! And he drove the fastest milk car in the West.
I love that. They went to make it sinister, like he was going to come with a massive, like, ghost or aura. And he's just, like, over the side of the window, and his gold tops are rattling, not chains or anything like that. Did you know what? The whole thing was absolutely genius. The way everything was rhymed and incorporated, like I said, with everything that they both sell, and the fact that it was on each other's patches and whatever. And, you know, the whole thing was very, very slick, very, very well thought out, if you like. And who sat there and thought, do you know what? I'm going to make a song today, and it's going to be a milkman versus a baker. Now, milkmen are notorious for a saying in this country: when someone has a baby and it doesn't look like the parents, they go, "Oh, who's that? Is that the milkman's?" So that I get that, because it's when people say it's the milkman's, it's because the baby doesn't look like any of the parents or one of the parents. But the baker, we don't even have bakers who drive around here anymore. I don't think I've ever known a baker. There used to be a fruit and veg man. But then again, he'd have too many things to throw in, like apples and oranges and melons and everything, you know what I mean? But there was never a baker. There was never, ever a baker coming around our way. But I'll tell you what, the baker versus the milkman lost. Baker got his dozen. Anyway, what did you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out the original video. Don't forget to follow Benny Hill, but not when he's running. See what I did there? And I'll see you next time.